All right, so here we are. This is the original. This is the one that had damage on this leg, which we cut off to experiment with. This is really hard to bend, apparently. So this was take one, and we almost did it ourselves with that pipe bender you saw in that last video, but we did manage to damage it. We bent the tube, this tube, we were using this as the bracing, and we ended up like angling this out, or sorry, angling it in, and then we had to straighten it back out. And when we did, we noticed that, yeah, we had kinked it and damaged it some. So this side wasn't bad, but this side was. And so we're like, nope, that's too much, not enough, not acceptable. Meanwhile, it was overbent anyway. So take 3 or 2, or I don't know, wherever we're at. We have it bent. It's not perfect, but it's acceptable. It's a little flat here, but it's not kinked at all. There's no wrinkles, there's no damage. It's a tension on it, it's not compression, so I'm not worried about that little bit there at all, and it's not even gonna be noticeable once the windshield's on. This section is not kinked at all, so that's perfect. The only issue we currently have is it's a little warped. So we're going up now to unwarp it. So we'll see where we're at there. And then, yeah, we're gonna have to take the stand out, 'cause this thing's still heavy because stand is still in it. But anyway, up to the other shop to unwarp. All right, so we got it in the vise. You can see it's just warped a bit. We're just gonna take a 2x4, stick it in there, and straighten her out. That's the plan. And then cut back to regular motion. Yeah, that looks much better. It's not 100% perfect, but she's pretty good. She'll go in. Now we just have to cut it and drill it. Make it fit. Right, Scott?
Wait.
I didn't realize he was French. What you doing, Scott? Cutting. Cut! All right, we got a hole drilled. It took us a long time because I can't decide on anything. Scott can't get the bolt through because probably a burr or something.
You drilled the hole 5 sides too large. You put a 5/8 in it, didn't you?
Well, I didn't want it to fall off.
I don't see it right there.
Can you see it? Well, it's in there, so it better be right, because nothing we can do about it now. All right, now we just have to do the bottom. So we cut the bottoms long intentionally. Look, all these aluminum shavings came out from the inside. That's funny. So we cut the bottoms long. This is where they should be cut. So we're gonna recut those, pop them back in, and then we gotta drill for length and make sure that the nose is at the right elevation and stuff. So. Progress. We're making progress.
Let's use major tape, Stephen.
No, it's on.
It's on and it turned out a lot better than
The bolt's through there, in there. It's touching the bolt. Actually, it's not touching the bolt there, but on this one, it is just slightly. We're just going to grind that off just a touch. We'll do it on both sides just to make sure we don't get any bolt contact. We did leave these long intentionally so that we could cut them shorter if we had to. We didn't want to have them too short, but that's on. I mean, we don't need that anymore, except that we're taking it off to paint it.
Okay, we go fly lessons.
Let's go, we can fly. We don't need those other tubes anyway.
Okay.
All right, I guess next step is prep for paint. So that's a bunch of sanding and it's boring, so bye. Say bye, Scott. Bye, Scott. Oh, he did it. I'm surprised. I thought he was gonna hold out.